Welcome to Korean Cinema Channel. Today I would like to send you the following news. Whispered loyalties, plunges from the fifth floor into an unforgiving dawn, leaving the nation to sift through the shards of what was. On September 11, 2025, just 3 days ago, the entertainment world cracked open with the news of Menglong's death at 37, his body found in the manicured shadows of Sunshine East community in Beijing's Chaoyang district. It wasn't a dramatic exit from a script he could have rewritten, it was raw, reported as a fall from a building after a late-night gathering with friends, the door to his room locked from inside, no note, just absence that echoed louder than any applause. His studio's eulogy landed like frost at 6:44 p.m., with immense grief, we announce our beloved Menglong passed by falling today. Police ruled out foul play. Rest in peace. Yet the why lingers like smoke. Whispers of industry blacklists from 2020, when he allegedly spurned unethical demands, vanishing from screens for 3 prime years, resurfacing gaunt in 2023's Sword of Legends, only for his studios to shutter by July 2025. Fans flood Weibo and X with raw grief. No photos from the scene? Too quick to rule out crime. One post rails, while others splice his last serene landscape upload from August 29 into memorials, his frame hauntingly thin. Born Alan Yu in Urumqi, Xinjiang, on June 15, 1988, Menglong wasn't overspooned into stardom. He scrapped through Superboy auditions in 2013, snagging Beijing's crown and national 10th, before Go Princess Go exploded in 2015 with 26 billion views, ballooning his followers from thousands to millions. But it was eternal love, 3 lives 3 worlds, 10 miles of peach blossoms, that crowned him, as Baizhen, the ethereal fourth prince. He became the ancient costume Moonlight, Thun's untouchable ideal of chivalric grace, his velvet baritone weaving through fox spirits and forgotten vows, evoking a softer echo of Yang Yang's brooding intensity in The Untamed. Hits like New Legend of Madame Whitesnake and The Journey of Flower followed, his handsome features, sharp brows, soulful eyes, luring legions, yet the road. Paved with pitfalls, depressive shadows post-blacklist, roles dwindling to whispers in Eternal Night Galaxy and the Axe-Long Night Walker. The ache hits deep because he was one of us, the Xinjiang kid who traded cello strings for spotlights, amassing 2.6 million devotees who now mourn not just the prince, but the man who bottled heartaches alone. CCTV yanked his narrated Grandmasters, Song Dynasty Poets episode, co-stars like Yang Mi poured out elegies, and platforms purged rumor mills amid conspiracy flares, tied watches in his pocket, a director's denial of involvement. At 37, too young for fade-outs, his story stings as a reminder of the glamour's grind, where fans many, path not easy rings truer than any tagline. It's that knot in your chest, scrolling endless tributes, wondering if the peachy still bloom tenderly away without their prince in the quiet after the fall, whose unspoken script would you rewrite to keep the moonlight from slipping away? Imagine the quiet grind of a Xinjiang kid with a cello case slung over his shoulder, trading strings for spotlights in a Beijing that chews up dreamers without spitting out the bones. No silver spoons, no shadowy uncles pulling levers, just raw hustle through Superboy auditions in 2013, where he clawed to national 10th on sheer grit. Menglong, born Alan Yu on June 15, 1988, wasn't handed the crown, he earned it, block by block, from Go Princess Go's campy chaos in 2015, 26 billion views exploding his followers from whispers to millions, to the ethereal Baizhen in Eternal Love, where his velvet baritone and moonlit gaze made him the ancient costume Moonlight fans still chase in fever dreams. Co-stars couldn't stop raving, serious as hell, sunny like a summer dawn, they'd say, his offset warmth, directing MVs for pals, sketching sci-fi shorts in downtime, mirroring the quiet fire he brought to sets like The Journey of Flower. No scandals, just steady climbs, his acting sharpening like a well-honed cue, from tentative turns to soul-bearing depth that hooked hearts. But the industry? A meat grinder. By 2020, whispers turned to roars. He spurned unethical demands from a producer, subtext screaming substitute shadows, earning a brutal 3-year blacklist during his prime, roles evaporating like mist, leaving him to question if the spotlight ever loved him back. Resurfacing in 2023 with Sword of Legends, grinning through one umbrella of misty rain, he poured out in interviews, low valleys hit hard, doubts gnawed like winter winds, but self-rescue's got power. See the sun tomorrow, and it all fades. Fans caught the flicker, videos from then show a frame whittled down, cheeks hollowed, eyes carrying the weight of unspoken storms, yet he posted on August 29, 2025, A serene landscape snap, him thinner than a reed, captioning new beginnings like of out of the void. Two sources then, September 11th, 3 days ago, as the date ticks to the 14th, fate snapped. Official line, accident, no foul play, door locked from inside after a 2 a.m. retreat from a cozy dinner with 5 or 6 friends in Sunshine East, Chaoyang. Dawn at 6 a.m., they're gone, he's found below, window ajar, torn like a desperate grasp, 2 borrowed Rolexes in his pocket, cold clocks ticking unanswered whys. Studio's eulogy at 6:44 p.m., beloved Menglong fell today. No crime. Rest in peace. But the night. A black box, laughter fading to solitude, no cries heard, just the hush before the drop. X erupts in fury, no scene pics. Quick accident call. Who's shielding the storm? Thread splice his last login at 9:31 p.m. on the 10th, ice hail metaphors raining down on Beijing's sudden squall the 13th, thuns wailing, present world karma better strike. Premonitions? Hindsight's cruel lens, studio shuttered by July, body a shadow of its by Jean Bloom, that restart video a flare in the dark. At 37, he wasn't just gone, he was a casualty of the grind, the one who smiled through the scars, leaving us to mourn the man who fought alone in the rear view of your own quiet battles. What fragile sunrise would you seize before the shadows claim their dumb? Maybe he couldn't bear it a long time ago. He just didn't say it. He looked fine on the surface, but he couldn't bear it in his heart. His young life had just begun. It's a pity that he left like this. His family must be very sad. Anyone would feel sad. The fashion industry also lost an old man. Giorgio Armani died at his home in Italy at the age of 90. He originally studied medicine, but later switched to making clothes. As a result, he created a world brand. His designs are simple, comfortable, and high-end. Thank you for watching my channel. See you in the next videos. Thanks.